recorded in that old Sega Genesis you have. It's really dusty in here. You should probably go and clean that. This is Running Rogue with Ricky Rogue and Chris.
So, how's your life been here?
It's been a while since we last recorded.
It has, and for those of you looking back that, you're just the time traveler's wife tonight, we're still in the pandemic.
Yeah, well,
this shit has gone on way longer than I think anybody anticipated it to.
No, not really. Looking back at the 1918 plague, nah, we're in the second wave.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but
this is COVID-2, Electric Boogaloo.
You're fair. Now, if you go back, I think it was like the first or second episode we were talking, we're like, you know what, I think he said something like 6 to 8 weeks minimal.
Oh, no, I said like a couple of months. And then we're done.
Then Wall going on year 2.
Well, it's still like...
year 2, COVID
it's
Boogaloo.
It's just over, it's a year and a half.
Yeah.
We haven't made it to year 2 yet until March hits.
We're gonna get year 2, let's be real.
So, yeah, no, the shit's gotten not much different.
No.
So, congrats on surviving, because you'll probably be hearing this way into the future.
Yeah, we're probably going to be dead by the time this gets popular.
I guess I'll Picasso it, that's fine, sure.
Yeah. People are going to be studying past races, and they're going to go, oh dear God, this is what they were like?
This is what they were doing? Why has it got so many views? That rewind. Ricky's just going, watch it. I'll get it up there someday.
Pretty much.
But
no, nothing much has changed. COVID's still going on. Still hardly anything to do but work and racing for me.
We're also recording this after a session of D&D, so we're going to break the mold a little bit, and we're not going to do the rolling thing, and we're not thinking about the last thing we did. We'll skip that for a more structured podcast. Today, we're just talking about the things we're doing and playing.
Yeah, no. Pretty much all that's going on right now is playing video games, so I guess we'll jump right into it. Halo Infinite.
I'm still getting the new Xbox when I have the chance, so I'm gonna get it regardless. I think, not Nintendo. God damn it, I'm thinking Nintendo. Fucking, I don't think Nintendo is what I'm gonna talk about next, but, fucking Microsoft got me. They got me.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be... I haven't heard a whole lot, so correct me if I'm wrong. It's a Battle Royale Halo?
I actually don't remember. The last I saw was poopy graphics, and then they went to go fix it.
Fair enough.
So
I'm gonna also TikTok has exploded
again.
So pretty much everything I know about Halo Infinite is coming straight from TikTok. So God only knows if that's accurate or not. But no, I'm excited for Halo. I think it's gonna be interesting, if nothing else.
I've enjoyed even the shittier Halos. I enjoyed. They were fun at least.
It can't be worse.
5 was pretty dismal. The best thing about 5 was the Forge, which was fantastic. But, overall, just, But, the game I want to talk about, let me ask you one question. Do you know what Dota is?
DOTA?
Yes.
Game? I have heard of it. I have no idea what it is.
So, I'm assuming you know more about League of Legends. Or at least of it.
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay. What if I told you that those games for adults were too hard for me?
I would believe it.
Not very good at those.
I believe it.
What if I told you there was a game with the game mode set to child?
Yeah, that sounds about like Ricky Speed.
So, Nintendo came out with a game called Pokemon Unite, which is just League of Legends for children. And I've been playing it.
I can see that.
So, my experience with it so far is I'm beating up on children, and I'm not ashamed of that. Because back in my day, that was done to me.
Exactly.
Called Xbox Live in Halo 2.
Yeah. No, so You're a millennial.
Yes.
I am like 1997, which I think is the very first year for Gen Z.
Depends on who you ask.
That's fair, but I'm gonna go with Gen Z. I just want to be the kids that ate Tide Pods, not the kids that ruined the nation. You know, the whole stereotype.
To be fair, I can't say that my generation ruined the nation. My generation asked to help, and all the boomers said, "Fucking go back to your crib."
Yeah, pretty much. But you know, you still get blamed for it.
Oh, we get blamed for it because
So-
no one cares. No one cares.
Oh, exactly. But no, we're just the idiots who ate Tide Pods and snorted condoms.
Good
but,
fucking luck.
So, you know, a lot of people in my generation probably don't know what the Xbox Live, like Modern Warfare 2 lobbies were like. And oh my gosh,
Oh god.
the amount of snowflakes that would melt.
I'm sorry. You said Modern Warfare 2? No. Modern Warfare. The
Yeah.
first one.
I avoided that one.
That one
Two
was
was-
toxic.
two
2
was
was moderated.
2 was moderated and you still had to have thick ass skin. Because
Dude.
they will make you cry like a little bitch.
I don't even remember 1 having a report button.
I don't think it did.
It probably did, but I've never seen one.
See, but
I
here's
knew
the thing.
about the 2 in Modern Warfare 2.
See, but here's the thing. When Modern Warfare 1 came out, shit talking in video games really wasn't a thing.
No, it was.
It was, but
Modern
it
Warfare 1,
wasn't.
there was shit talking in Halo 2.
That's fair.
It's day 1 of Xbox Live was shit talking.
That's fair. But yeah, no, and I am going to go ahead and say this, just a public service announcement about the rest of this podcast. Spoilers. Spoilers. And spoilers, duh. I mean, we're going to spoil some shit for you, so just be warned if you continue further and you're not like 30 years in the future looking back going like, oh my god, they played those archaic games? Like, yeah, no, spoilers. But yeah, no. I've also been playing a lot of Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been wanting to talk about it.
Alright, well,
And
this is the time.
I can't because there's certain people in the friend group that don't want it spoiled.
Yeah, I don't care.
So
I've
I
seen
have-
most of it.
I have warned you, if you are still listening, that you are here at your own peril. So you've seen most of it, so you know Joel dies.
Yep, I'm aware.
You know Abby kills him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the entire story there goes from, like, you know, Ellie going after Abby, and then you go through Abby and what's going on with her. So everybody's pissed off about the way they did that, and they're like, well, I really don't give a fuck about Abby. Which, fair. But I actually enjoyed the way they did it. Because if you pay attention to the little shit, like, you know, you kill a dog as Ellie, and it's just you're killing a dog that was attacking you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're going through and you're playing as Abby, you see that same dog because it reverses back
Yeah.
like so many hours. You see that same dog and she's playing with the dog. So now you're like, oh shit, I killed that dog.
Yeah.
It starts making you regret a lot of shit that you did. You know, a lot of people that, you know, you heard their names but they were just faceless characters. Well, you actually get to interact with those characters. So now it's like you're feeling like shit for what you did as Ellie. But I'm 100% on Team Abby. You know,
Alright.
if somebody killed my father in cold blood for, you know, to take away possibly the cure to humanity and the zombie problem, I'd be a little pissed off.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, Abby goes in, she does what she wants to do, she gets her revenge and doesn't kill anybody else. Where Ellie turns around and kills like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just fucking rages out.
yeah, no, absolutely. No, you kill a lot of like, I forget what they're even called, but you kill a lot of like these religious nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about all you kill is Abby. You don't kill a whole lot of
Yeah.
innocent bystanders. So, that's my take on Last of Us 2. I enjoyed it.
I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've seen people play it and everything. It's a lot of long story games. I want to get into, but I can't. The last one I did was Resident Evil, only because it's Resident fucking Evil.
It's hard to get into a long story game, especially in like the life we're in right now, where it's so chaotic.
Yeah. Besides literally dunking on children in in Pokemon Unite.
I hate you.
You understand, in the game, to score points, you have to fight other Pokemon. You get Pokemon points, then you go to a ring, and you literally dunk the points into the ring. I'm literally dunking on children.
Oh my god.
Hey, if you go look up, hopefully I posted before this. I did a stream where I played the game and ranked in it, so you can see me dunk on children. But no, besides dunking on children, I've actually went out of my way to play more strategy games just because they're easy for me to jump in and out of. So I've been playing a lot of Civ, and I will never ever stop playing Civ. I heard that there might be a new one, but I don't think so.
There is a new farming simulator coming out.
I mean, yes, they take the number up and they add more shit.
So, yes, but this one, I actually have a feeling this one might be slightly different.
No.
More intuitive. And so, the weird thing about Farming Simulator is it's developed by a European-based company.
Okay.
So, with that being said, when you take somebody, for example, me, who grew up in the Midwest, and I grew up seeing farm machinery everywhere, it wasn't the European style stuff.
Yeah.
Most of what Farming Simulator comes with is European.
Mm-hmm.
This one is supposed to be focusing more on the American style, so I'm kind of excited for that.
I mean, I play a lot of Transport Fever, and it's a European company, so they really hammer in the European stuff, and then when you turn on American, it's like the Old West, and I'm like, but no, I want like East Coast America, so I have to set the European settings for scenery, so it's grass instead of wheat desert.
Yeah.
And all the houses don't look like it came out of the fucking Wild West.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, I could be wrong, but I feel like there's such a stereotype about America with countries that aren't American and like people who've never been to America.
I mean, welcome to how they feel when Americans go to their country and stereotype the shit out of them.
Fair, but
fucking
like,
Canada, who's literally dying America up there, is very mad about the way we portray them as dying America.
That's very fair. By the way, Canada, are you good? Like, just as a concerned American, like, are you good, homie?
I have a feeling that they're the ones who were concerned about us.
I feel like it's mutual. I really do. Like, Canadians are over there like, you know, yo, America, are you good? I don't know why I turned, like, Middle Eastern or whatever there.
More Asian than me. They
like,
dude, I know they're dying America, but they do speak the same. It's not that much of an accent. It's someone who knew Canadians.
I'm like, America, are you good, eh? You know?
Hey, America. Hey, America. I cannot do it. I used to be able to do the I could do New York. I can't do... my ex used to have friends from Canada who came down, and the boot is accurate and the A is accurate.
Yeah.
They do it. They do that.
Yeah, America.
Oh, so fucking Tim Hortons is as fucking accurate as it gets.
Yeah.
They need their Timmy Hortons.
Yeah. But, you know, then again, like I said, you know, America's down here like, hey, Canada, are you alright?
And
are y'all good?
They're good, eh?
Are y'all good?
I have so many problems. Not with people who are confused and don't understand. My problem is the people who don't want to.
Yeah. I have the magic box and it's not working. Okay, what's it doing? I don't know. Okay, what were you doing? I don't know. Oh God, I can't help you.
No, my problem is, like, they know what to do. Because I told them what to do. It is very straightforward. I've said it in plain language. And they hate that I'm saying it in plain language. Because that means they have no excuse to just hand me their phone and tell me to do it for them. And I'm like, I'm going to get a little bit on a soapbox here for this one because this absolutely upsets me on many levels. Oh, you drew it in soapbox.
No, I didn't. Somebody did.
Oh, that was probably me or I
was like, oh, hey, look at that.
You did a soapbox, the other podcast. But,
wait, which Ricky are you again?
I don't fucking know.
Are you Mr. Rick?
I don't know. I said I'm Ricky. I'm Ricky in both of them because technically I use the same name for both.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like we need to divide up the personalities. Rich has multiple personalities.
Apparently, that's created not by me, but specifically Chris.
No, that's created by you. We've talked about future and past Ricky.
Well, let me continue on my
editor
soapbox,
Ricky.
and I'll get off, and then we'll talk about my split personalities. But I
don't know what I'm
have
waking up to anymore.
God, I can't believe. I know we're gonna do a whole series on this eventually, which I'll explain later, maybe. Or editor Ricky will just put a note here that says Ricky never explains anything later.
Likely.
I want to tell a story of someone who actually wanted to know without actually wanting to know.
Oh, those are fun.
So I put on Discord. I'm not sure if you read it. This is a story about me trying to sell a computer to someone who has no right to operate anything electronic in their life. So, here's based. I cannot give you every detail. I wish I recorded this conversation when it happened.
Oh God.
Guy walks into my store, generic store, and wants to buy a computer. Goes up to one of the new employees who we're still training, and employee calls me to help them. So I'm thinking, oh, they probably got lost in the sale, and let me assist them. I walk up, and he gives me the look. He gives me the look of, this man is fucking insane, please help. So, of course, I decide, yeah, let me go help, let me see what's happening. He's clearly not crazy. So, what's going on? This is almost word for word what was asked of me. Can you help me put a picture on YouTube? And I said, excuse me? And he goes, yeah, I have a picture of me with a guitar that I want you to put onto YouTube during a video for Pearl Jam and some guy's name, I forget which video it is. Can you do that for me? In which I don't know where to start unpacking this. I don't know where to start explaining how wrong of a statement you've just given me.
Yeah, because that's... Okay, first off, just off the top of my head, why? And then, do I want to know why? Because that sounds a hell of a lot like copyright and shit like that. Like he's trying to make it like he did it.
Yeah.
And third off, why?
So apparently he's trying to run this like it's an ad. Oh, it gets worse. Oh, it gets so much worse. And note that when I say this, nothing I say is definite. I have to assume everything. I assume he was wanting a picture as an ad. I assume he's doing it as in he's putting up a banner ad, but I think it's way too complex of an idea for this guy. It's way too complex for him to think up. So I'm thinking he wants that picture to come up in between. And let me backtrack, because this story has many facets. So...
Goddamn that chair.
So... Guy, I'm sorry, like, what do you mean by that? I'm trying to get details. And he's like, I can't be any more clear. And I'm like, okay, sure. Sure, okay, let's move on from that. You're clear as a bell. Clear as a cracked, unringing bell.
Crackosaurus over here.
So, fucking, oh my god. So... I'm like, okay, well, I'm not sure if I can. You would probably need a video editing software to be able to make a video. Is it? Oh, it's not a video. It's a picture of me with a guitar, and I want to be standing in front of something. Okay, what? Cool. That's a great answer. That's so fucking helpful. So After going back and forth for a bit, eventually I inform him that no, I cannot do it. This is how you would do it. And he tries to like pull out a piece of paper. He doesn't have a paper on him. He's asking for like a piece of like sticky note. And I go, well, before we get there, before we get anywhere near there, I'm going to open up with, let me describe what you need to do. You need to take the picture. Because apparently, he didn't have a picture. The way he talked is like he had it already. No. He wanted me, by the way, to do this. Specifically. Right there. In the store. Take a picture of him with a guitar. I don't even know if he had a guitar on him or not.
Probably. I mean...
No. No, actually, I know he didn't. For later on in this conversation, the fact that he didn't have a car. He fucking walked here.
This wasn't Safety Jacket Man, was it?
No, not him.
Okay.
That's a whole other problem. He's a whole other problem. But no, Safety Jacket Man, at least, I know what his problem is. And his problems are annoying, but not as infuriating.
He's actually, you know how to get rid of Safety Jacket Man?
I just ignore him now.
Yep, I don't even acknowledge his existence. I know that sounds bad from a customer service standpoint.
You don't know. My God. You don't even fucking know.
Hour and a half easy of just useless shit, and he never buys anything.
So, guy wants me to take a picture. He wants me to edit it for him. He's like, "You're smart. You could do this for me, and I'll pay you." No. I used to do a website for an artist who had no idea what Google was. I will never do that again. Never.
Does the sign above my head see freelancer or I give a damn? If the answer is no, that's because I don't.
The answer is yes, but not to him.
No, my answer is always no. I don't do work.
So I tell him, I don't do this. That's not my job. I can tell you how to do it, but that's as far as we can go. So I tell him, you need to take the picture, put it on your computer. You need to get a photo editing software.
And you lost him right there.
Oh, I lost him when I said, hi, how are you? I lost him when I said, you need to take the picture. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So take the picture, get the photos editing software. Then you need to take it and put it into a video editor because YouTube doesn't take images. Well, I've seen pictures on it. They're in video format.
Yeah.
They're in the video. Well, they're pictures to me. That's cool, bro. Super cool. It's not how it fucking works. So you need to do this. Okay, and 4 steps. Take picture. Get photo editing software. Edit photo. Post. Here's what he did. He asked for a post-it note so we can write these things down. Because this is good stuff. It's real good stuff. I'm learning a lot. So he takes it. 4 steps. Maybe 5 if you go to the video editor route. But clearly, I'm not going to convince him he needs to make a video. Because that's not happening.
At this point, it's get this guy out of the store.
Yeah. So he writes down. He fills. And not in big writing. Little teeny tiny writing. He fills this entire post-it note reiterating instructions on how to do this. And I'm just sitting there, just dumbfounded, as he asks. And rewind. When people come to me and ask computer questions, I am elated. I love to tell people
Absolutely
all the things about computers, so they have an understanding. I love when they ask for little details, and I can give them those details.
You taught me most of what I know.
Yeah, so little detail work, I will absolutely be like, yeah, I know how that works. Let me tell you how it works. Let me show you different ways in which it can work. I hated every question he gave me. Every last one. I'm trying not to be jaded towards young people. I'm trying not to be jaded towards the elderly who don't know computers. I don't like doing that. Fuck him. And his stupid fucking questions. As they were all
That's
the
how I
same
feel
question.
about customer.
Yeah. Oh my
that
god. That
story's gonna be told later.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be told. This might be a super long episode, but fuck it. These stories need to be out there.
By the way, side note, we lasted maybe 10 minutes on the gaming thing and said fuck it and jumped ship. So
Oh yeah, no.
But no, this
If
is
this podcast becomes complaining about retail, I will not complain.
No, 100%. Like, we have so much pent up aggression from the last 6 months, because I think that's been like the last time we did a podcast was about 6 months. So there's so much pent up aggression that we haven't got to talk about.
And I need to release this story. So fucking guy fills this thing out. I might have to review my notes. I fucking wrote this down, by the way, because it needed to be written down. I might review my notes later just to make sure I got everything.
I'm pretty sure I can pull it up. Give me like 10 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. So fucking he finishes with this and goes like, okay, that's good. And he asks constantly like, what's photo editing software? How do I use it? Will it tell me? And basically the whole time he's like, so I take the picture and it makes it into an album cover. Which, by the way, that's what he wanted at the end of the day. Is he wanted an album cover looking thing for it. And I said, no, you actually have to edit it yourself. Oh, how do I do that? Well, you can look on YouTube for tutorials. Oh, I've been on YouTube before. That's when, this is the best part. That's when he admits he has no idea about the internet. He's like, can you believe I didn't know about email until maybe a few years ago? And I'm like, okay. He's like,
yeah, I could believe it.
And here's the thing. He goes, I don't know the internet. Oh, yeah, no, he's showing me the story.
7-part story on
on Discord,
guys.
As long as I can make them.
7 parts.
So, oh my god, it's so good. So, he tells me, I've never used the internet. The last time I used it was a few years ago, and that's why I learned about email. And my brother-in-law showed me a video on YouTube, and got so many views, I want to do that. I'm like, no, you can't. In background, I'm like, no, you can't. So he goes, and fucking goes like, I don't use the internet. Guy's got a smartphone. And every time, and basically he says, yeah, I just kind of ask Google for things. You fucking ask Google! You're using the internet! I don't use the internet. I haven't used it at all since like the mid 2000s. You're on Google.
If you've never wanted to strangle a customer that was standing in front of you, you haven't worked retail long enough.
I wanted to beat his face into the fucking computer and just be like, you can't use this. You know nothing. Good day, sir. Oh my god.
Coming back around, I vote that you have to have a license to use the internet.
So fucking... The guy goes, okay, finally I get him to understand I can't go any further. I've explained this 7 times. It's been 15 minutes out of a half an hour conversation.
I was going to say, this is a half-hour conversation. Folks.
This is the first 15 minutes. Where I finally convince him that I've said enough. I've told him all that it is. And he goes, oh, alright, that's when he actually mentions at the 15-minute mark that his brother-in-law showed him once a YouTube video of his son. Have you seen it? No. I have not seen a picture of your brother-in-law's son drinking out of a hose. Yeah, it's got like 100 views. Riveting.
Damn. I get 100 views on my TikToks, and they're just shit about racing.
Yeah.
Really, the only people that follow me that I know of are mostly people that are either in the racing world at the level we are, which is really low, or people that we know personally.
Currently, my most watched video, ignore the literal 2 digits right there. If I scroll down to it, I know which one it is too.
It's kind of sad.
622 views.
Wow.
Over 2 years. I should probably do more Rock Raiders videos. Yeah. They do perform. Also, I fucking love Rock Raiders. I should
need to start playing Sea of Thieves. I need a computer.
You can do it on Xbox.
I have PlayStation.
Fucking why? Actually, if you put an account, we can do it head to head.
Oh.
Because I have an Xbox and I have it on PC. So,
I've thought about renting one of your Xboxes.
So, what was I saying? Right.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sorry.
squirrel. But fucking guy is like, you've seen the video, right? No, I haven't seen it. Well, it's got reviews. Cool. Fucking real fucking neato, kid. So he goes like, I need a computer, right? The entire time he was talking as if he had a computer.
Oh God.
So now he wants me to sell him one.
No.
So yeah.
No.
So I'm like,
numbers.
I'm
No.
sorry, sir, but unfortunately, none of the computers in here can do what you want. Now, I didn't lie.
No.
You cannot edit on any of the computers that we sell. They're business computers. They're not made for that.
Yep.
We actually have 2 computers right now that can. I would still tell them no.
And honestly, even though they can, it's iffy. Like,
so, and even still, like, if you want to render it, that's your weekend.
oh yeah.
You ain't touching that computer. You gotta let it run for a weekend to render your 2-hour bullshit video of you probably not understanding how to fucking edit. God damn it, this guy's a goddamn idiot. So, basically, I'm trying to tell him. Now, I start telling him about computers because he doesn't understand. He's like, well, it's a computer. It can do it. I'm like, no, you don't understand. So, it doesn't have the right amount of RAM. Well, what's that? Well, RAM is the memory. And then he stops me and goes, no, you're confusing me. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, but you want to know. The whole point, the whole time he's telling me, I'm really trying to learn. I'm trying to know. But he doesn't want me to learn the hard stuff. And it's not hard. It's not hard to learn about computers. It's like the easiest thing to learn.
Why do you think I break everything down like, okay, do you know what a half ton, a 3/4 ton,
I'm getting to that. That's in my story, by the way.
Yes. Okay,
so
awesome.
I
There's
get
a
there.
reason.
I get there. So basically, at one point, he turns to me and he's looking at the computers and he doesn't understand anything. He goes, so, can you get a computer without Windows? And I'm like, oh.
Fucking what?
So at first I'm like, okay, fair. Yes. I'm still in denial that this guy's a fucking idiot. So I'm thinking, he's like, oh, does he think that you can run, like Linux or Apple? And I was like, well, these computers come with Windows 10. Technically, you can change it to Linux at any time if you want to go that route. I don't know why you think you can go that route. I don't even know how you know of Linux. Stupid fucking me. Of course he doesn't. He just learned about Windows today. He goes, no. Can I get the just a computer without Windows? Like, can I do this without Windows?
Fucking what?
No. It's an operating system. What's an operating system?
Oh dear God.
So operating system is what runs your computer. I was like, yeah, but can't you do it without, like, you don't need Windows. Oh my God.
No, that's that point when you just go, oh shit.
So
oh shit.
I finally avoid that, and then I tell him.
This is sidestepping entirely.
So then he goes like, what's in it? Like, what does the computer do? And I'm like, well, let me explain to you what a processor is.
You done fucked up.
He couldn't figure it out, and I'm like, well, what you need, sir, is an i7. And we don't have many of those. We do. But we don't have many of those. So, unfortunately, none of these will really work out for you. So he goes, oh, really? So what's the difference between all of these? They just don't make sense to me. So that's when I think, Chris, he's a guy. Guys know cars. I mean, I don't, but most people do. And I'm like, I can do a very simple and easy way of doing it. So I'm like, so think of a computer like it's a car. And he goes, nope, stop, you lost me. I'm like, how? How did I lose you? So, he doesn't drive. Let's start with that. He doesn't own a car. Can't drive.
That explains a lot.
Cool. So,
or you know what? Even better. Okay, so on my vote to make it so you have to have a license to use the internet, no, you just have to have a driver's license. If you can get a driver's license, you can use the internet.
he can't use a computer. But, oh God. So eventually we get to a point where he goes, like, people make so much money doing editing.
No, they
But
don't.
it must be so, and they do, to an extent. It's like, it must be so hard. I'm like, yeah, like some people go to school for 6 years for it, as tears come down my face as I refuse to tell him that I, indeed, went 6 years in school to fucking do editing.
Yeah,
but I don't need him to know that.
Mistake number one would be...
Would be saying, I went to school for 6 years to do editing. You could be my editor. No.
No, actually, that would be like mistake 20.
I've had people actually come up to me at work and be like, oh, actually, I run a small YouTube channel and I do, like, weird crafts in my basement. Like, would you? And I usually say, oh, I appreciate it, but I do very low-tier editing. I'm not sure it'll be up to your standards and whatnot. This guy, what's an editor? I don't know what editing is. People go to school for that. I didn't go to school for that. I work here.
Here's where things get sketchy, though. Was when people are like, I do crafts in my basement. And the first thing I think of is they do hand paintings with hands.
And
ears.
with hands and ears, but we don't say ear paintings. That's just weird. But okay.
No, I don't want to edit your murder channel.
I mean, call me. I'll make it look good. But
God,
it's not illegal in Mexico.
To explain that comment.
Go on.
So my buddy's putting a bottle of nitrous oxide in his car, and Rich goes, "Why would you need that?" I was like, well, "Do you want to know the answer to that? Because you want to go to jail?" I was like, "Well, it's not illegal in Mexico. As long as the cops don't see you, it's always happening in Mexico. Doesn't matter where you're at, it's Mexico." Cop goes, "Hey, we got a video of you." "Yeah, that was done in Mexico, bro."
Dude, Mexico, get the fuck out of here. But
pull a book straight out of a politician's play there.
So to wrap up, to wrap up this story. So this man, after a half an hour of basically internally crying, finally is like, the crux of it. He goes, well, that's a little too much for a computer. He ends up going for one of the computers. For your reference, it's the computer at the end of the table.
Oh.
i7.
Oh.
i7. So, for
that's
your
like,
reference...
What, 900?
Yeah, it's an HP. Yeah, it was about 900. It wasn't on sale at the time.
Yeah.
It was an HP computer with an i7. It has internal graphics, which I didn't even bother telling him about. That's the one with the graphics in it.
Yeah.
And it has like 16 gigs of RAM, and it's got the i7, and it's got 512 internal SSD.
Yeah.
So it's a decent computer. Technically, it could edit. I wouldn't at all. Like, I edited on shittier computer, not shittier. I've computers that are slightly less shitty than that, and I would never do that again. So
yeah,
I wouldn't edit on
run.
it. But guy goes, well, that's a lot of money. I'm gonna go talk to my wife. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk to my girlfriend. We're getting married soon, and I want this as a wedding gift. Because I think I can make money off of it, in which I am fucking dying inside. And then, as he's about to leave, I finally got him to leave and be like, goodbye, and everything. And then the little angel appears on my shoulder and goes, Ricky, how fucking dare you? This man walks in knowing nothing, and you're trying to kick him out. You believe everyone can learn computers. You believe everyone should know about computers. This man, who is so computer illiterate, shouldn't be operating a phone, shouldn't be operating a motor vehicle, shouldn't be operating the automatic doors he's about to walk out of. And you're going to let him do that thinking he can run a computer. You have to do something. You're better than this. And I'm like, yeah, I am fucking better than this. And I call him out. I'm like, oh, excuse me, sir. Just to let you know, I'm sure there are schools around here that like do adult programs at night where they teach you computers. You should probably take a course on that so that way you can get up to stuff. In which he immediately goes, no, I don't need that. Computers are easy. I want to fucking murder people! Devil shows up on my shoulder and goes, fucking murder him! How dare he!
I'm the pessimist in the group. By the way, rip headphone users. Moment of silence for them.
Fuck him!
Okay, so, yeah, no, that was interesting. No, mine, unfortunately, is a lot more grueling and painful.
And I had a part in it.
Yes, you did. You did have parts.
Parts, multiple, but I'm gonna let you.
Multiple encounters.
I'm gonna let you guide us through this
I'm
wonderful
going
tale.
to summarize because I could talk for weeks. Because it literally was, what, a 2-month encounter? If not longer.
And of course, as stated, give this customer a code name.
Customer's code name is Customer.
Fair enough.
And so Customer walks into general store. And see, here's where have you ever fallen into a trap? Like, it just, nothing appeared out of place. It was all perfect. And then just all of a sudden, just complete shit. Just everything falls apart. And it goes to hell in a handbasket, but you're already in jail. Like, you're locked. You are not going anywhere. It has happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so customer comes in. Her computer is just fucked. I mean, it's like 10 years old, has viruses. Like, it's not worth pissing on, let alone fixing. So I show her everything. She agrees. It's time for a new computer. Get her set up. We go look at some computers. Manager comes out, and manager is helping her, and we all kind of agree that this is the computer she needs. So I go back, I get the computer out, we get her set up, we're taking care of her antivirus, all this, and, customer leaves happy. All is well with the world.
Seemingly happy.
Manager walks up to me later that day. He goes, hey, do you remember Customer? And I was like, yeah, I'm working on her computer. He goes, oh, well, Customer left a review. And it was a bad review. And I say, okay, what did it say? So we go and look, and it was a bunch of bullshit that didn't happen because manager was standing there, and manager knew that didn't happen. So manager called his manager and
so manager.
Yeah, so super manager got involved. But no, long story somewhat shorter. So that's when we should have known. That was the first red flag, right? Customer calls me as I'm working on her computer and informs me that when she was working for a certain company, they had a custom antivirus specifically for that company, and she wanted it put on that computer along with the antivirus that we were installing. I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not legal.
Oh, it's not just that it's not legal. You also, even if it was legal, still cannot do that.
My systems physically will not move programs because, you just can't move programs. But this was a program that was designed for a company, a financial company. It's not legal. Mm-hmm. I explained that to customer, and customer argues with me for 45 minutes on why she wants it. And then customer starts making comments like, oh, well, my family's dead. My kids don't live with me anymore. My sister was, diagnosed with whatever disease, and she just decided that she didn't want to live anymore. And it'd probably just be better if I died. And I got beat over the head for 45 minutes with, I should probably just die. So when I get off the phone with her, I go back to manager's office and just start beating my head on his door. And manager says, well, it can't have been that bad. So I go home for that day, come back in, manager walks up to me and says, hey, customer called while you were gone. It was that bad. So we get customer's computer set up, get her gone out of the store. A few weeks go by. Customer comes back in and she has a virus. Now, the good thing with the package that she got is it's a free virus removal, so I take customer's computer, I get it cleaned up, send her on her way. The bad part is she had the virus where it pops up and says, call this number. She called that number and wrote them a check.
So I'm going to pause you right there. I really hope that this scammer, this poor, defenseless scammer, just had a wonderful hour conversation with this suicidal lady. Continue.
You know, I don't normally say this. Normally, I think that all scammers that take advantage of old folks should be hunted down like the dogs they are and eaten alive by fire ants. This man deserved it. What he had to endure, he deserved every penny that she sent him.
I don't disagree. I don't. I fucking hate scammers. They're the fucking bane of the earth, and yet this guy, it's like, you know what? You made it out. Good for you.
Like, you know what, man?
At least you know he won't go for double.
Listen, it's I don't know. We'll get to that. But, no, like, that's one of those where it's like the Red Baron. You just got to tip your hat and be like, hey, man, like, live and let live on this one. Don't let me catch you doing it again, but live and let live on this deal. So, like I said, several $1,000s she sent him. So, I get that. I advise her to go and talk with her bank and all that. About a month goes by?
Oh, let me reiterate. This isn't like mine where it's a 30-minute conversation. I never see this fucker again. This was a 6-month slog.
Yes. So, I think like a month goes by and customer comes in and says, hey, and by the way, I explained, this is a scam. This is what it looked like. I walked through every bit. And I told her, if anything ever comes up on your computer and says, there is a problem, call this number, don't. Bring the computer to me. Do not call that phone number. Just unplug it immediately. Bring it to me. She comes in, and she goes, my computer's messed up. And I plug customer's computer in. She's got a virus. And she had called the number and sent them several $1,000s. Again. So, apparently he was dumb enough to go for seconds.
That was a different scammer who also, once again, I can't blame you.
Like, hey man, the shit that you had to go through. Because, I mean, like I said, every time you talk to her, even if it's a, hey, your computer's ready, come pick it up, which should be a 15-second phone call. That's my average, 15 to 30 seconds on a pickup phone call. Hey, this is so-and-so from General Store. I just want to let you know your computer's ready to be picked up whenever it's convenient for you. And typically the response is, all right, I'll be by there later today. All right, you have a wonderful day. Click. 45-minute conversation about how she should kill herself. So every time you have to talk to her, it's 30 to 45 minutes, if not longer, and it's nothing but I should kill myself. So, customer, I go through the whole thing again, and I think I even wrote Post-it notes on her computer and said, if this pops up, do not call them.
Yeah.
Couple months later, customer walks in, and she goes, my computer's messed up, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh dear God. I plug it in, her name's completely out of it, and it's some random guy's name. There's a password on it, to which I have to inform her, at this point, I cannot work on this computer.
Mm-hmm.
You are locked out of Windows. I can't bypass this. You have screwed this computer completely.
I'm gonna let you continue, but I'm gonna step in at one point.
Okay.
Because something happened between me and other manager during this visit. Because I remember this one.
I inform her I can't fix this. This is beyond my ability to repair at this point. She starts talking about the guy on the phone And I said, stop talking to him. He is a scammer. And she goes, no, he's trustworthy. I said, you've been scammed 3 times that I know of. This is a scammer. And she goes, well, my bank won't let me bank there anymore. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, you sent like $7,000-8,000 out to scammers. I wouldn't let you bank with me either. You can't send them money willingly and then claim it as fraud. Like, at the end of the day, and here's where it's really messed up. If you willingly send people money, it's not fraud.
Yeah.
They may have scammed you, but that's not fraud. And the bank can't fix that. That was your stupidity.
See, the first couple of times, yes, the bank kind of can, but she kept doing it. I'm going to interject because something happens before this and something happens during this. So before she comes in with this computer, literally the night before, she calls, and I'm working in a different department of the store, so I answer the call, didn't look at the caller ID, fucking regretted it, and then pick up the phone, and I'm like, hey, this is the blank department at General Store. How may I help you? Yeah, is Chris there? No,
I think
ma'am.
I was at a racetrack at that point.
This is at like 8 at night.
You've never been to a racetrack.
No, I'm saying that it's 8 at night. Like, clearly...
We start our races at 7.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that we clearly... It's a little too late for most of the techs to be there.
Yeah,
most techs leave before. So I'm like, it's like 8 at night. Like, it's 8 at night. I was like, no, he's not here right now. He'll be in tomorrow morning. And she goes, well, I need him to look at my computer because there's another virus on it. And this conversation kind of goes in the way you expect, where I say, well, come bring it in tomorrow morning. After, I think I said it was like after 12 is when you'll definitely be in and ready and everything. And then we'll look at it. And then she goes, are they going to make me pay for it?
By the way, this motherfucker over here never sent me a text to warn me what was coming.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Well, you didn't see it because it was on Discord, but I did send you a message.
Okay, you sent it. Well, you should have known better.
I also told you the very next day, as soon as you walked in, I'm like, hey, by the way, guess who called?
Yeah, that immediately ruined my day.
Yeah, no, as soon as you walked in the door.
I think wasn't that the same weekend we got wrecked, too?
Maybe? I don't remember.
So, like, I was already pissed off because all I saw was body work in front of me. I picked Corona Race Team, so when we get wrecked, I have to help fix it.
But, what happened? Yeah, I think it was the same time.
Yeah.
You weren't having a good day to begin with.
Yeah, I was already like, God damn it. I don't want to be here.
I informed you the whole conversation.
Yeah.
But, the entire time this is happening, like, I'm on the phone, just on the desk, staring across the way at the person who was on the register, who didn't pick up the phone, and I had to. So I'm looking at them and just being, I'm not going to name names, but I think it was one of the new people at the time. And I'm just looking at them like, oh my God, make this stop. So it goes from that, and then it leads, I was like, I hope I don't need to pay for anything. You guys can just look at it. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going to happen until Chris looks at it, and he'll tell you what's going on. And she goes, yeah, well, I can't take any money out right now. I have to go to the bank tomorrow. Okay. But when you come in tomorrow, we'll tell you what's going on. Yeah, the bank wants to close my account. I'm sorry to hear that, but like I said, when you come in, we'll take a look. Is there anything else I can do for you? Yeah, can you get me another bank account? And I'm like, lady, please.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to finish up. I'm an hour away from closing. Do not put me on the phone for an hour.
See, and I am going to interject here because I know some of you are probably like, oh my gosh, she suffers from depression. You guys are just shitty people. So there's the real, like, yo, I'm really thinking about killing myself. And then there's this lady who's like, oh, my life's so hard because you're not doing this thing that I want you to do. And my life's just so terrible. And I really wish you would do this thing that I want you to do for me. And I'd be better off killing myself if you're not going to do this thing that I want you to do for me. That's her approach. It's manipulative, and this is coming from somebody who suffers from depression and has been down that road.
Mm-hmm.
It's manipulative, not serious. Because quite frankly, in 6 months, she would have.
She also.
I hate to say it like that,
Yeah.
but let's be real. Like 6 months in, after, and it's the same line.
But the thing is,
every
it's not
single
just
time.
that. It's any time. So a matter of money or a matter of something she wants comes up. That's when it comes out, and it comes out in
Exactly.
full force at you. But it goes away as soon as.
As soon
you're
as
able
it
to-
goes her way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem is she's going on and on. I'm trying to find my out because I'm not going to hang up on her because that's
I
a bad.
have.
I know you have, but at the time, at the time, I didn't know the full story. I know who this person was. I've dealt with her on a couple of occasions when Chris wasn't there, and usually I'm just sitting there just nodding until usually a manager comes over and finds a way to get me out. But I've never been on the phone for that long because usually I'm able to transfer it. There's no one there. Other manager is there, and he can't really do anything because he's closing the store. We're getting ready to close. It's an hour out.
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone for 35 minutes as I am trying to tell her, well, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about your problem. Please do your thing. Come in tomorrow morning. And then she goes on about, once again, that, I don't even know why I have to bother. If I just kill myself, then I don't have to worry about it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It went from, I'm sorry you think that way, ma'am. Like, no, just, come in. We'll take a look at your computer. Just come in. We'll take a look at your computer.
Yeah.
Why is this a conversation?
It got to the point that manager and I literally walked away. And this is the last time that we had dealt with her.
Oh, I have a story to inject before you get to the end of
we
that.
are. But, just to tell you how bad it got with the I should kill myself stuff, manager and I walked away and just said, do it. At this point, if you're going to keep threatening it, do it.
Yeah.
I follow through. Have some commitment.
Van Halen it. Just, why don't you just jump? Jump!
And that sounds bad, but like I said, you can only be beat over the head with that so many times before you just then do it.
Well, here's my thing.
You want to call the bluff.
I joke about it. No one should ever commit. There's no reason anyone should.
They're definitely not. I know that sounds terrible.
It's at this point we're just calling the bluff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So after that conversation, by the way, I'm just dead. Warn you next day. You end up taking the computer. You end up taking it. So other manager is there, and when you leave, I'm there closing. So she's staring at this computer, can't figure it out, calls me over. When she calls me over, something is fucked.
Yeah.
Because she usually can handle everything. Calls me over.
Oh, you're talking other manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go over there and she's looking, and she's like, can you get in to the computer? I'm like, what do you mean? So tells me all about hacked and everything and trying to get into Windows, and I'm like, oh, I can't fucking do that. And it's a Microsoft thing. But she goes, no, you don't understand. I can't even get it to go to Windows.
No, you can't. Yeah.
So I magically, with my Techno Jesus hands, figured out a way to bypass the syslock and get to Windows. And then she goes, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, to be fair, I have no idea what I did. I got through the BIOS and everything started working, and I'm just sitting here with peanut butter all in my hands. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, so she goes, can you get into Windows? Oh no, I can't find that. That's a gate. There is no key. The gatekeepers are Microsoft, and you're gonna have to call them, and they're gonna have to. Well, she doesn't know her Microsoft account. That fucking sucks.
Yep.
Sucks to suck.
What do you do with the computer at that point? Well,
You got a really nice paperweight.
Fill it with Tannerite and send her out with a bang.
Oh yeah, no, your computer's done. We could probably get stuff off it if you didn't super lock it.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Microsoft locked out. Pretty sure BIOS locked out.
Well, it did, and I got through.
So yeah, you magically got through BIOS. And then what really sucked, and I think we even tried to look and see if any of her stuff was there, and it was gone.
Probably.
I mean, everything was washed. So she let somebody have access to her computer, full access, and they washed her computer. Probably along with every bit of financial record that was on there as well.
Yep.
But moral of the story, kids, is don't call phone numbers that you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And don't answer phone calls that you don't know the number of.
Yep.
I've got a funny story on that after we get done with customer here.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is more.
Oh, no. Keep going. I'm passing
much.
it back. I just had to interject there because I had a
No,
very
absolutely.
heavy roll in that end where I'm like, holy shit, I got through. And then she's like, keep going. I'm like, what? No, I can't fucking do it. Are you kidding me? The first part was a fluke. The second part is impossible.
Yeah, no, so manager has me look at it and she's like, oh, Rich got through this. And I was like, good. I can't do anything else with it.
And she couldn't either. That's why she called me over because, like, she's really good at what she does. And she's able to fix a lot of things. I rarely ever get a call from her to come over there. But when I do, I'm like, someone really fucked up. And half the time when she calls me, I'm like, you're just calling me over so you can know that there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, no, riches are, hey bro, this is like beyond fucked, right?
Just confirm. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, no, it's dead, bro. I just can't see it because it's an audio. But I just did the sign of the cross, like, it's done, bro.
Fill it with Tannerite, bro.
Put it in the ground, give it a sermon, it's done.
It's dead. So, yeah, no, like I say, it's just customer. To this day, like I said, I could text my manager right now their last name, and he would probably call me cussing at me. Just for bringing up the PTSD.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so bad. And the bad part is we have lightly touched on customers' endeavors here. Like, there's so much to unpack with that customer.
I am 100% fully down for just turning this into a retail slam.
Oh, yeah, no, this is going to be... We are easily going on 2 hours.
Oh, depending on what we cut out. I'm going to end it soon, and then
Okay.
we'll figure out what we're going to do for next time. But right now, those are 2 horror stories.
Yeah.
I'm certain we're going to have more for next week.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
Alright, so before we end, we do have one thing we have to finish on, and that's Chris trying to come to terms with the many identities of Ricky.
Alright, so we have future Ricky, past Ricky, and present Ricky.
Which is just Ricky at this point.
Yeah, but, you know, he's a little bit different. There's work Ricky, because work Ricky can be a fucking asshole.
Yep, absolutely. No doubt, yep. I hate being at work, so I'm going to hate you at work. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
The times this man will look at me and be like, I hate you. Like, just with his eyes.
And then I walk out, I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I was working. It was a bad time for everyone.
So there's work
Today's eyes were, I want to get out of here. We're like 30 minutes late. Fuck people.
Dude, I almost murdered some motherfuckers tonight.
Especially the one lady who
Dude.
I tried to kick out, and
Yes.
she was like, oh, I'll be leaving shortly, and then goes and fucking meanders around the aisles.
Dude. So coworker and I are standing up front. It's about 6:05, 6:10, somewhere in there. We close at 6. So at 6 o'clock on the dot, I walk up to the doors. The automatic doors have multiple settings, and I set it so that if you walk out of the store, they will open.
Mm-hmm.
If you walk to go into the store, they will not. They're off. That way customers can leave the store, but customers cannot enter.
Yes.
Because we are closed. We are no longer taking customers. This family of 5 walks up at about 6:03 and just stares at us. And I'm looking at them, putting 6 fingers up and, you know, kind of mouthing, I'm sorry, we close at 6. A customer leaves the store, and this fucking family shoves the customer out of the way and walks into the store. To which I walk up and I say, I'm sorry, we closed at 6. And at that point, I don't care how rude I was.
Yes.
Because you literally just shoved a customer to the side,
Yep.
and I've been looking at you going, we're closed.
Yeah.
you're a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. It's right there in front of you, Karen. Right in front of you. As you're staring at me, look 2 inches down, and it will say Sunday, 10 to 6.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass, Karen. Go fuck yourself.
So, going back onto the Mania Days, Ricky, so we can actually close this podcast out.
So, like I said, there's future, past, and present Ricky.
I argue present, but whatever.
I still say present Ricky because that's part of work Ricky.
It's
but
now you're splitting hairs with work Ricky.
But no, work Ricky has work Ricky is like a setting, and there's 3 personalities within work Ricky. So
okay. We're making a flowchart here. Editor Ricky, I hope you're following along.
Please make a flowchart.
I'm going to. You kidding me? There's a little text on this saying, no.
So on the work Ricky branch, there's future, past, and present. Okay, and then we have pajama Ricky.
Oh, we can't just make up random Rickies just because you see me in pajama pants right now.
No, we have at home Ricky, and at home Ricky is a cool motherfucker.
Yo.
Okay, we got editor Ricky. Okay, we have Fate. Fate is its own personality.
So I guess it would be let's start. Okay, we gotta start the 3 main Rickies.
Right.
That we span off of.
Okay.
So we have work Ricky.
Yep.
We have at home Ricky or casual Ricky, and then we have pretend Ricky.
Right. Or fantasy.
Or fantasy Ricky. Okay. So those are the 3 main ones.
Okay. So, like I said, work is easy.
Yeah,
past,
we already
present,
covered
future.
work. Yeah.
Okay. So fantasy Ricky, we have Fate.
Mm-hmm.
Fate is a cruel motherfucker.
He is not cruel. He is Mario Party levels of fair.
Yeah, he'll make you want to hate him.
It is so fair it hurts.
Yes. So we have Fate Ricky. We have Goofball Ricky.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Goofball Ricky is stretching it as well. When have I ever goofball that's not just just general Ricky?
Kieran's campaign.
Yeah, but then that's still that's different. That's playing a D&D character. You can't.
That's fair. So yeah, no, we have Fate. Who else do we have in fantasy, Ricky?
Oh, Mr. Rogue.
Oh yeah, Mr. Rogue.
Mr. Rogue.
He's the fancy Ricky. I feel like we have a pirate Ricky too.
I mean,
he doesn't make very many appearances, but
he doesn't make any. He doesn't make any visual appearances. It's usually in the background.
Yeah.
From my days back in the first millennia on the seas of the internet. Yo ho.
Yeah. There's Pirate Ricky. He kind of pops his head in there.
Pirate Ricky pops up every once in a while because Ricky actually makes money, so he doesn't need to be Pirate Ricky. But the hat is there, and he is waiting.
Just give it time. Eventually, we're gonna be broke bitches. I've got a car payment now.
I got a car payment. Looks like Pirate Ricky is coming out of retirement. Yarg.
Dude, doesn't that hurt though? Bills hurt so bad.
Bills hurt. Actually, last week, bills hurt really bad because I thought I had all the money I needed. I didn't have to pay my
Those
car.
overtime paychecks hit, and I was like, hell yeah, I got money. And then it's like, oh, you got to make your car payment, your insurance, and guess what? Fucking rent's due. And I was like, where the fuck did my money go?
No, this is bad because
all gone.
Last week was my free week. There was no car payments, no insurance. And then I go to my bank account and go, I'm missing like $60. Oh, cool, Xbox Live kicked in and so did Amazon at the same fucking time. Cool, appreciate it. Guess I'm not having money this week. And on the last day of work, on Thursday, the day before I get paid, I'm sitting there like, I can't get lunch. I don't have money.
Dude, I got paid.
Due to technical limitations of my hard drive not having enough space, unfortunately, the end of this podcast got cut out. But, hey, it gives me an excuse not to do a flowchart. I'm going to have to do that later anyway. But regardless, thanks for watching. And if you know, you know. But if you don't, I would love if you could like, subscribe, share the video, do the usual YouTube thing. Super appreciate it. And this is the end of the video, so now you know. So
I will see you next time, and hopefully the other podcast, which we did record right after this one, will be up shortly. Goodbye.